and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos. I've seen people do this, specifically Danielle Carolyn. I have seen do a very unedited day in my life, and I was like, I feel like that looks so fun, just like setting up the camera and literally everything I say is in here. Like, we're not editing anything. I might add music over a couple clips, like if I'm doing something that's super monotonous sounding for a long time, but we'll see how that works. I probably will just try to keep it as unedited as possible. But I'm starting off this morning going for a run, and I wanted to kind of take you guys along. I feel like I do a lot of like typical day content, but for today I wanted to focus in a little bit more specifically on like what I eat in a day and supplements and like why I take those things, because I feel like I get a decent amount of questions on that stuff. So anyways, we're starting off the morning with a long run. I have 10 miles today. Pray for me. We got up early at 5 a.m. to hopefully get started before Arlo wakes up. I had some black coffee and a Go Macro bar, and then obviously water, and that's all I've had today. And I'm going to take my C probiotic, and then we're going to get ready and go hit the road. This is our little supplement cabinet, and we just like, this is our only storage in this house, literally all downstairs. Just pull it out and grab what we need, and I'm gonna take this guy. My code for a seed is Catherine25, but I purchased their products with my code. I worked with them a while ago, but I still take their products. Good morning, you guys. It's 5 a.m. Let's go run 10 miles together. So someone woke up at 5:55, so I fed him real quick, and now we're gonna get ready for our run. It's actually so cold out here. I want to cry, but it's okay. We're gonna get it anyways. Let's get started, baby. Mile 1, mile 2, 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 7 miles, 8 miles. All right, 9 miles, 10 miles. I'll try for 2 more because I'm feeling good. 11 miles, 12 miles, baby. Just got back from my run. I look literally insane. Look at my hair. It was so rainy and disgusting out there, like so cold. I just inserted the TikTok clips that I got because I was doing Vlogmas for like my TikTok. So I got used, sorry, can't talk. Like I used those clips. Come here, baby. But now I'm gonna make some eggs and a protein shake, and then I think he's gonna go down early for his nap because he woke up at like 6 a.m. today. I don't know. Well, I do know why he went down so early last night, because he was just really tired. He was so sleepy. Yeah. But yeah, let's make some breakfast, and then Mr. will go down for a nap. Gonna help me make some eggs. Make some eggs. You love eggs. Maybe you should have some eggs too. It's very difficult to do this with one hand, Arlo. Shells in there. What is it, mister? Had breakfast. You guys have heard me talk about this Curamed syrup before. It's essentially like one of the best natural anti-inflammatories you can take, either for like pain or injury prevention. I've actually worked with them on several videos, but I'm just taking a spoonful of this. It doesn't taste the best, but I can tell a huge difference that it actually helps me with injury prevention. So I'll link it below for y'all if you want to try. Oh, spicy. The next supplement I'm taking is this Favor Colostrum. Pretty sure I have a code Shultis like 15 and cat. I'll make sure it's right and put it on the screen. I guess that's an edit, but I'll put it on the screen for y'all, or actually I'll put it in the description. I'll link it in the description with my code. But this creatine colostrum is amazing for gut health, immunity, and just is packed with so many good nutrients. But this one has creatine added into it, and I think a lot of girls, I used to be terrified of taking creatine because like water bloating and all the different things, but it's actually studied to be insanely beneficial for musculoskeletal recovery, building muscle, maintaining muscle, all the things. So cheers, baby. Ooh, that one's not nice. Oh. Dry scooping colostrum instead of just like having it in a drink or whatever is really good for oral health, apparently. Like oral, essentially just like your gut health, you have an oral microbiome, like good and bad bacteria, and colostrum is really good for your oral health as well as your gut health. But the creatine makes it so disgusting. I don't mind dry scooping like normal colostrum. It kind of just is like sticky is the only icky part of it. Like it sticks to your mouth because it's like fatty, but the creatine makes it so chalky when I dry scoop this one. So I do like to add this one into a drink normally. I just wasn't having like a yummy drink right now. So anyways, I keep turning the camera off because I think I'm like done, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'll take that right now too. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and have my Kion aminos because I need to make myself drink some more water. So I'm gonna mix this in with my water right after. Oh, I just like inhaled that. Right after I said like I'm not gonna have a fun drink making like a health drink, but I just put a scoop of Kion aminos in here. Essentially, aminos, or Kion specifically, this is like what it looks like. I'll link it in the description with my code also. But Kion aminos has all 9 essential amino acids, so kind of same thing as I was saying with the creatine, but even more so. It is insanely beneficial, and I'm also going to put a little bit of Redmond's real salt in here for further hydration. But essentially, the amino acids help rebuild your muscles, help maintain muscle. So, for example, today I ran 12 miles. Like sometimes I lift and run or whatever it looks like. That's breaking down a lot of muscle mass, and your body is like trying to, essentially when you build new muscles, you break them down first. So like I'm having tons of micro tears in all of my muscles that I'm building for running as I'm getting back into fitness and stuff, and as I do workouts. And so Kion, even if I'm not consuming like the perfect amount of protein for that breakdown, or say I'm consuming like eggs with an apple and a piece of bread or something, when you mix like your protein intake with fat and carbs, it's actually a lot harder for your body to digest it as protein and use it directly for those muscles as it needs. Like if you just eat a flat out, just a chicken breast, like it's so much easier for your body to use that protein and feed the cells of protein, whatever. I'm not like a scientist or a doctor, but I'm like so passionate about studying health. So that's why I'm rambling about all these things, because I really do study them. I know I don't say them all perfectly, but anyways, essentially having these amino acids, I usually take 1 to 2 servings a day depending on my activity levels, especially with breastfeeding, because I know Arlo's taking some of my protein as well. It just kind of helps me make sure, like, even if I didn't perfectly hit a protein goal, I'm feeding those muscles the amino acids that they need to really recover and rebuild. So anyways, long story short, this stuff is amazing. Right, you guys, it is a little bit later. I just got Arlo down for a nap, and I've talked about this in my videos before. You guys know when Arlo goes down for a nap, it's time for my favorite matcha of all time, a little yummy matcha latte. So let's make my matcha recipe. I'll show you how I'll make it. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna pour my raw milk because I'm doing it warm today. So I'm pouring like 5 to 6 ounces of raw milk. And then I like to get this Chobani sweet creamer, this flavor, to sweeten it. Sometimes I'll do maple syrup, but today I'm gonna do a little bit of this guy. And then I also want a tiny kick of peppermint with the matcha. I thought that would be so good, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of this peppermint mocha. There we go. And then I'm going to froth this. Then when it's done, I'll pour it in here and do my little matcha pack. and then I simply froth it in. It always makes it so freaking creamy and good. Take a second, just look how freaking creamy that is. Like, oh my gosh, it's obviously a little bit discolored, not quite as like beautiful bright green as normal because I did like the peppermint mocha in here with it, but peppermint matcha, let's see how she is. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so good. I love Peak Life matcha, but this just like took it to the next level at Christmas time. That is amazing. I'm also so glad I did it warm today because I was on the fence. I usually do it iced because I just freaking love iced matcha. It's so yummy, but I did it warm today. I have talked about Peak Life so many times on here, but the reason I'm like obsessed with their matcha, it's like called their Sun Goddess matcha. I'll have it linked in the description, but it's ceremonial grade and it's quadruple screened for toxins and mold. So if you didn't know, a lot of coffees and teas actually have mold in them, just like the way that they are either harvested, roasted, processed, stored, whatever it is. And Peak Life, I know that it doesn't have any crap in it. And then I also notice a big difference when I am consistently drinking their matcha in my skin. I swear it like makes me glow from the inside out, if you will. I shared in a video a couple weeks ago about how after we had a stomach virus, I had all these little red bumps on my face, and I still definitely have them, but they're starting to clear up so well. And once again, I swear Peak's products help me so much with my skin. I've always been someone who doesn't have like perfectly clear skin. And then also with like running and just being an active person breastfeeding, I love their electrolytes. It's my favorite right now. They have hyaluronic acid and ceramides in them. And then kind of same thing, this is called their Radiant Skin Duo. So if you want to get the matcha and electrolytes together, it works together from the inside out to help with that skin. And then like I said, I just love having a good electrolyte on hand, and these taste good. They're not like overly sweet. They taste like what good electrolytes should taste like, in my opinion. But anyways, yes, I will have these linked in the description. If you use my link peaklife.com/catshultis, you can actually get 20% off of the Radiant Skin Duo plus a free starter kit, which includes this little cutie beaker and their frother. So yeah, I'll have that linked in the description for y'all. Thank you so much, Peak, to sponsoring today's video. I absolutely love working with them and absolutely love their products. But I'm about to hop on my laptop. Why can't I talk? I'm about to hop on my laptop. 12 miles plus breastfeeding plus just being a mom. You got lots of mom brain going on with those combos, I feel like. I'm about to hop on my laptop and catch up from, it's Monday, so I just need to catch up and like hit all my Monday emails, anything I might have missed on Friday. I have content to turn in for one brand that I need to sit down and edit while Arlo is napping. And then I need to tidy up the house while he's napping. And I feel like other than that, it's just kind of like catch up on emails and all of the things. Oh, I also need to finish editing. I finished, but I need to finish editing it. The podcast on running. Oh wait, I don't think I announced like on here yet. We launched the podcast, or maybe I did earlier in this vlog. I think I did. Anyways, my podcast is live. I'll have it linked in the description for y'all, but I just recorded a whole episode on running, and that's what I'm finishing up editing. So that will definitely be live by the time this video is out if you want to go listen to it. But yes, I need to get that up and get a couple things done. So let's get some work done. Literally just took another sip of this and it's like powerfully good. The peppermint is just too good. It's about an hour later. I edited a couple of TikToks I needed to edit and then started editing that brand deal I need to do. And I want to show y'all what I'm making for lunch. So last night, or heating up for lunch, last night I made a half-baked harvest recipe. If you're not familiar with half-baked harvest, what are you doing? Like, you need to be familiar with her. Someone asked me for what I eat today, and because they commented like, I think this was like a week ago, someone said like all your recipes or all your meals look delicious, which honestly in general I feel like on here I'm usually making like smoothies, oatmeal, and like chicken and rice, or like super simple things, but something about like winter and fall, I've been in my recipe era a little bit more, and maybe because Arlo's napping a little bit better now too, I have slightly more time to myself, even like, and work's a little slow because the holidays right now. So anyways, all that to say, I've been making so many yummy half-baked harvest recipes, and they make me so happy. Like, I made chicken and dumplings last night. Here is like our leftovers. I heated it up for me and Casey. I added a little bit of extra chicken broth to it because there was not a lot left because I ate so much last night. It was so good. And anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna have some of this heated up for lunch. And I really wish I had like some homemade bread or something, like buttered bread, but this sounds good. But anyways, I'm just gonna have a bowl of soup. Arlo's been asleep for almost 2 hours now, and that's usually around when he wakes up, so we'll see how much longer he lasts. And I don't really know what I'm gonna do the rest of the day, like as he's awake. Whenever Casey's finished with his meetings around 3, I'll finish like the work I have to finish. But other than that, it's just been a very chill day. I will keep bringing y'all along for all the eats and fun things. A little bit later, Mr. Man here is awake and having his lunch. I'm also giving him some of this leftover chicken dumpling soup, and you're liking it, aren't you? Actually, he's showing like mixed signs. I'm not sure. But I wanted to update on how much water I've had today because I feel like that's interesting, obviously, as like a runner and breastfeeding. I've had 2 of these Bink Made, you good, baby? 2 of these Bink Made water bottles. It's 27 ounces. So I'm almost, you good? I'm almost at 60 ounces on the day. And I'm about to fill this up again and put my Peak electrolytes in it because I haven't had this yet today, and I definitely need electrolytes today after running 12 miles and breastfeeding, and I sauna'd last night, so definitely needing some extra electrolytes today. But yeah, I'm gonna make this while I feed him, and then I think we're gonna go run some errands. He's not choking, he just keeps like making funny sounds. But yeah, I just mixed it in here with some water, and it is so yummy. And then the next supplement I wanted to show you all that I am taking is my postnatal. So I take Parallel for my postnatal. Pretty sure my code is Shultis15. I always have these linked in the description, but I'm about to take these. I like to take them around lunchtime because I don't like to take them on an empty stomach. So I take those, and then if I don't take those, I'm almost out. So I feel like I alternate every other day between taking my postnatal pack and then taking this methylfolate, because this is some of what's in my postnatal pack. And with the gene mutation I have, sorry, we heard all the background noise. MTHFR is a gene mutation I have. We found out when we were trying to conceive. A lot of people have it in the US, but I have like a worser form of it, if you will. Not the worst form, but one of the ones where it does affect you pretty heavily. And essentially my body doesn't convert B9 folate into methylfolate, and it is like basically a vitamin your body really needs for this whole chain of events. So I take the already metabolized form of that vitamin, methylfolate, and my Parallel has methylated B vitamins, so already metabolized, which is great. But like I said, if I am not taking these, I take this guy instead. But today I'm taking this, so let's take a look. It has fish oil, folate, a postnatal beauty blend, multivitamin, and stress support blend. I feel like stress support blend is good for mamas. Are you standing up, big boy? Standing up? In pregnancy, I loved this brand because the supplements are like so many, and sometimes I would throw up if I took too many supplements, but they had a like liquid packet of the vitamins I could put in my water for the days I was like too queasy to take a supplement, so it was great. All right. Very yummy. Smells like apple pie. Favorite snacks right now is just goat cheese and a Honeycrisp apple. It is so good. Second later.
It's a second.
I'm so good. It's like second. I was gonna say like it's a little bit later, and then I was like, I always say that. This is an unedited day in my life, so you get that. You get all my weird takes. But anyways, we are out Christmas shopping at the town center. It's just like shopping center area near Jacksonville, but we are going to Gregory's Coffee. We have a gift card, so we're gonna go get a little decaf coffee and a treat. On my long run days, I do not skip on treating myself because I'm just like with breastfeeding and running that many miles, burning so many calories. It's like so happy right now. You happy? And so probably get a little treat, a little coffee, and then we are gonna go do some Christmas shopping. And then we'll come back and I'll make some yummy dinner. I think I'm gonna do like a broccoli, chicken, and rice with cheese, like casserole in the oven. Sounds really yummy and cozy. And then I really want to watch a movie tonight and maybe make a sweet treat, some kind of like chilled healthier recipe for like cookies or something like that. Maybe banana bread, something like kind of healthy but still a sweet treat. So we'll see, but for now let's go get a little coffee. Home now, having a cozy little night, but obviously this is like wrapping up because we're getting towards the end of the day, so the end of what I eat today. But I want to show you what I'm making for dinner. So it looks kind of weird because it's in this like misshapen, like it doesn't fill the pan all the way out, and Casey also cannot eat broccoli, so like my and Arlo's half is this side and Casey's is this side. But essentially it's just like you cook, basically you just cook like a cup and a half, however much you want, of rice on the stove. I cook stewed chicken breasts, and you don't cook them all the way through. It's kind of like just like 3/4 of the way of everything, and then steam some broccoli or saute some broccoli. Once again, 3/4 of the way, and then you put it in the oven on 400 for like 10 minutes. Top with like some Parmesan cheese, put some butter and Parmesan cheese or any kind of cheese, and like mix it up while you're baking it. It ends up just tasting so good, seasoned with like garlic and salt and pepper or whatever you want. It's such a like easy recipe. You don't need to follow a recipe. You just kind of throw it all together and bake it in the oven for a couple minutes, and it gets like a little bit of crispy on top, and it's just yummy, so good. I'm excited because I love this dish. I wish I could mix the broccoli in the whole thing so it looked a little bit more like a dish, but Casey can't have broccoli like I said, so gotta keep it separate. But I love broccoli. We haven't had it, I feel like, in months, so I'm very excited. I never make it because obviously Casey can't have it, but I love it so much. And then I was gonna make a sweet treat like I mentioned earlier, but honestly the cookie I had at the town center was like this big, and it was so sweet. It was like white chocolate macadamia nut cookie, and it was so good. Like at first I thought maybe their baked goods were kind of like Starbucks where they're all like shipped in or something, but then I looked and it said like freshly baked, and then it tasted freshly baked. Like it was so freaking good. Maybe they're not, who knows, but it tasted like it was. Oh, Arlo's eating one. Anyways, so that's what we're having for dinner, and I'm not gonna make a dessert because I feel like my appetite is still kind of curbed from how big that cookie was. Maybe I'll have a little something. If I do, I'll obviously show y'all. But other than that, we'll probably just have like some sleepy time tea, and then I'll show any other supplements I'm taking tonight, if I take anything else. But I did want to show y'all this. This is Echo Go Plus. It's a water bottle, and I've probably like shown using it on vlogs, and you might be like, what is that? But essentially you put water in here and you push this button, and it hydrogenates the water, like, or hydrogenates is not maybe the right word, but essentially hydrogen water is really good for you. It basically just like adds hydrogen to the H2O, and it's really good for your gut health. Basically, extra hydrogen in your gut can help affect digestion. From my understanding, essentially it helps aid digestion by helping to, Casey, it helps methylate?
Wait, what is it we're talking about?
The hydrogen water, it helps methylate in the gut, or is it helps mitochondrial health? What from the podcast?
Yeah, I think it's mitochondrial.
It helps mitochondrial health in the gut for sure, but I can't remember what else it does to like get to that point. Anyways, we listened to a podcast on it, and we're gifted this hydrogen water, which apparently is good for your gut. And I feel like I do notice a difference in like recovery from my runs when I do it versus I don't. So who knows? There's a ton of science behind it, but it's not super studied yet. So I feel like not like everyone is doing it. Anyways, so that's one of our latest wellness contraptions is our hydrogen water. So I've had like 2 of these today. Oh, and then update on this water is I'm almost done with my 3rd one of these guys. So that's like around 80 to 90 ounces of water. I'll probably have another one before bed. So I feel like I drink almost 100 ounces of water a day, which is way more than I had like in high school. But I guess with breastfeeding, I just get so freaking thirsty. So anyways, we're gonna have dinner and wind down. What you doing down there? You getting me? What you doing? You getting me so good? Oh, oh. Hey. You're doing good on this meal. This is a great baby meal. You just like chop it up super fine. He's loving it. I added avocado to his too. Is it good? But I ended up for my sweet treat having some of this cute chocolate bar. This flavor, absolutely unreal. It's like raspberry hazelnut flavor. So freaking good. And Casey is making me some sleepy time tea. He does loose leaf tea because, like I said earlier, some tea bags and coffee and stuff has mold in it. So he does loose leaf. And we put a little honey in it, and that's our little nightcap. Night, or they'll say night night. See you guys next week. Night night. At least is this Keon Sleep. It has so many good things to help you stay asleep, fall asleep, but not melatonin. So this is kind of what's in it, but helps me sleep super deep.